Do you have a will? What happens if you don't? Before we get started, let me just say I am not an attorney and I'm not giving legal advice, just discussing what I see from different real estate transactions. Okay, so now let's get into it. What happens if you die without a will? If you die without a will, also known as die intestate, you cannot choose who will inherit your estate, which include your money, real estate, property, personal belongings, insurance, and retirement benefits. Instead, your estate will be divided according to state law. In Texas, this means your siblings and grandchildren will not likely inherit anything from you. Your estate could be tied up in a lengthy probate process involving a court-appointed attorney, filing fees, and a court hearing, all paid for with money taken out of your estate. With a will, you get to decide what happens to your property. The person you choose to be your executor sees to it that your property is distributed the way you intended. If you're married, won't your property automatically pass to your spouse? No. Without a will, your estate will be divided under state law, depending upon whether it is classified as separate or community property. So what is community property? Community property is all property acquired by both spouses during the marriage, including all cash, bank accounts, retirement, personal property, and real estate, unless it is considered separate property. Separate property is property owned by a spouse before the marriage or acquired during the marriage by one spouse as a gift, an inheritance, or through a personal injury settlement. In addition to community and separate property, it depends if you have children with your spouse and/or children with others. Your family will need to get with an attorney to discuss the state requirements when there are children and you passed without a will. If you have children and you're not married, will it go to your children? Yes, community property only applies if you are married. If you are not married at the time of death, all your children, born or adopted, in or out of wedlock, will share equally in your estate if paternity is not an issue. Without a will, your grandchildren won't get anything unless your child dies before you. If your child dies, your child's share will pass to their children, your grandchildren, in equal shares. If you want to leave something to your grandchildren, you should make a will. If you're not married and have no children, who will inherit your property? If both parents are alive, each parent will get half. If both parents are dead, your estate will be divided equally among your siblings. If one parent is alive, that parent will get half, and the remaining half will be divided among your siblings. If none of your siblings survive you, but one parent is still living, that parent takes all. Who will care for your minor children? The other parent, if parental rights have not been terminated. If the parent is dead or parents die at the same time, your children will go to the grandparents, but a court may have to decide which set of grandparents will be the guardians. In a will, you can name the person you want to be guardians for your children. As you can see from my previous examples, it can be very complicated and difficult for your family members if you die without a will. Little things like access to your personal bank account to pay expenses like your funeral is near impossible. I honestly have heard more horror stories over the years while helping families with real estate. If you don't have a will and don't know where to start, give me a call and I can steer you in the right direction. It doesn't cost much money and can save your family so much money, time, and stress during the difficult time of loss. I'm ReAnn Gonzalez with Edge Home Finance and hope you found this information helpful. If you know of anyone who needs help with a mortgage, please share my YouTube channel with them, as my goal is to help as many people as I can achieve the American dream of homeownership. Lastly, if you have any questions and want to chat about your situation, please feel free to reach out to me at 915-478-1157 or apply at my link listed below. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.